I've worked with Schalk Burger, Brian Abena, John de Villiers, Ricky January, Bola Conradi. But when one name stands out, it has to be Brok Harris.
I don't think we'll ever see such a professional in rugby again who's so invested. He just wants the team to only the best for the team, and will always subjugate his own needs or interests to the cause.
Really nice to be part of Brok's career as a player and as a coach. He's always been on time for meetings, for gym, you know, puts in the work. But it's really been impressive to be part of his career and seeing how he's developed over the years.
We've been walking this path for a long time now, so it's more than almost 20 years. So, yeah, Brokkie, from day one, obviously, it's not. I don't think there's a better expression Afrikaans to say is mens.
I won't be able to fit everything I have to say about Brokkie in this segment. He's basically become a brother for me. When he returned in 2021 from the Dragons, I was a bit like, I don't know, iffy about it. You know, I was thinking, I've got a gap now at the Stormers. I've worked hard to get here, now they're bringing back, you know, a legend. And I was thinking of, you know, it might be a hurdle for me in my career, but a bit selfishly, but like within, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, just getting to know the guy, I basically just knew, like, listen, it is a iemand wat saam my gaan swem met die dam.
I obviously spent many years watching him play for Province and the Stormers. So he was always this iconic figure that we all looked up to. Everyone knew the second you mentioned Brok Harris, you knew exactly who they spoke about.
First time I heard about Brok Harris, my dad's father, my grandfather, is a big Province Stormers fan. And also always talked about, when I was young, Brok Harris, the mean prop. And then I started watching the Stormers. And then a few of the guys who on the team were still playing then. So when Brok came back, I called him Wim when he got back. That's kind of the difference it is in age.
Brok made his debut for the Stormers. I was still very young. So obviously grew up watching Brok play. And never ever have I thought I would get the honor to be on the field with him. Me and him got involved with each other a lot. I was still struggling a lot with the scrums, and he was almost as my father figure when it comes to that part of the game.
You know, sometimes people think that coaching is just, or a player when you receive coaching advice, it's only just about the practical stuff, but he's also got into it mentally with me, you know, and how I must think, what to look at, you know. I've learned quite a few things from him. You know, I'm still learning and getting better at it, but compared to what I was when I got here, you know, processing scrum work and rugby in general, and even the way, the example he sets around the field and the change room and the meetings, you know, he never falters with his standards, you know, so those things, you know, has meant a lot to me, you know, seeing him being the ultimate professional.
Over the years, you take life lessons out of rugby. I mean, you can learn a lot of rugby knowledge from Brok, but what I've taken from him is that he is a leader. Right across the team, everyone's got respect for him, and he's, like most of the guys really say, he's a people's person.
He's not a closed-off person. You know, anyone and everyone can come and chat to him, and he leads with kindness. That's something that I've taken from him, and it's aspiring.
I think most of us grew a lot of love for Brok, and so much so that I'm thankful to say that he's probably one of my closest friends in the team. From coach, friend, scrum father figure, teammate, he is just one massive figure of a human on all categories.
First word that comes to mind when I think about Brok is accountability, and you can always question his number. I think the human he is off field is, yeah, it's impeccable, and it's something I try to aspire to.
I think for me, what I enjoy most about him is his consistency in everything he does. He sacrifices everything for his teammates, still up to today, and he's a pure inspiration for us all.
The thing that stands out for me about Brokkie is he's got all the rugby accolades and achievements, and we all know that, but it's the way he is around his family, the father he is to his children, the husband he is to his wife. That's the biggest part that I look up to. You know, you try and be around people that make you a better person, and Brokkie is 100% that guy for me, you know, a friend, a role model. If I can aim to be a little bit like Brokkie going forward, you know, I will be in a good place.
He's actually become an enigma to this team. The players, you could see at the game, the last game we played, it was a spontaneous reaction of the players to support him in his agonizing injury that he received on Saturday. So Brok Harris is, in my term, the players will understand this, nulli secundus, second to none.
I think his love for the union and for his teammates is so evident and so clear. It actually makes you emotional thinking about it. And the last week against Benetton, when he came off the field, he was shedding a tear, and for me that was remarkable. If I can be only half of that one day, then I think I'll be in a good place.
I've got a lot of respect for Brokkie, and I mean, it's sad that he had to end his career like he did. But what I can say is that he can be proud of his career. He had over 400 professional games, and it's not easy to do that. And he was a swinger. He played tight and lose it. And I mean, for lose it to go play tight at this level, it's not easy.
You can't take away of a guy that played so many games, and to be fair, played in only 2 unions. It's really special. I think he's the team guy, and I think among players, everybody knew that, and hopefully from the outside people can see that as well.
I think Brok Harris might be the most respected and loved guy in the Stormers team. I know we're known for our X Factor and our flashy players, and Brok is the complete opposite. You know, I remember a story before the final in 2022. I went to go out to a function in Brackenfell. Next door was an indoor cricket facility, and there in the white polo pulled up on the Friday before the URC final was Brok with all the kids, and the kids in the car going to go and play some indoor cricket. You know, amongst the people, you know, he's just the most humble. Nothing for Brok is about limelight or himself, and I think that's been such a, him and Dion in particular coming back have set such a standard for our youngsters about how the cause and the Stormers and the people are more important than their own self-interest. And yeah, I just see he's irreplaceable in that respect. Obviously we're very keen for him to stay involved in the organisation, just because of the way he's, you know, he crosses every background, every age group, everything, just by his values and who he is. And yeah, just the most positive. Going to miss him terribly, and that's why we want to keep him involved.
Brok Harris, a name that will forever echo through the corridors, locker rooms, and hearts of everyone associated with Stormers rugby. He left a legacy that can't be measured only in caps or scrums, but in the countless lives you've impacted, the friendship you've built, and the standards you have set. I'm incredibly fortunate and grateful to have shared the field with you for the most of your remarkable career. It's been an honor, and one I'll never take for granted. Wishing you strength and healing on the next chapter. Rugby may be losing a warrior, but the world is gaining an even stronger man. Brokkie, dankie vir alles wat jy vir ons beteken het. Jy sal altyd iemand wees. Cheers my pal.